Welcome to the Tabletop Gaming Guild show. Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experience and memories that playing tabletop games with friends and families can create. And today we'll be creating excellent experience by committing cold-blooded murder.
Or someone would just
So,
call it a Tuesday.
yes, we are playing the Bloody Inn. If you've ever watched the movie Arsenic and Old Lace, then you kind of got the idea. You are inviting people into your inn, randomly deciding to either hire them on as accomplices or just straight up murder them and bury them in your backyard. You do have to be careful, though, about the police. If you're caught with a dead body, you can lose some money because you have to hire an undertaker to quickly bury it before the police find it. So, in this game, I just kind of set it up just real quick. We'll reset once I've gone through the rules. The first stage would be whoever's the first player will draw cards and decide which rooms he wants each potential guest to be in. You draw one guest per room. There are 3 rooms that are controlled by the players, or owned by the players, rather, not really controlled, and then 3 neutral rooms. The next phase is actions. We each get one action that goes around twice. So we'll end up with 2 actions, but taking one at a time going around. Starting with, of course, the first player. The possible actions you can take are bribe a guest, build an annex, kill a guest, bury a corpse, or pass to launder money. So let's talk about bribing a guest first. So, if you want to bribe a guest, that's how you get more cards into your hand. So any of these guests that are out at these rooms, you can pay cards equal to the number up in the lower left side of this card to draw that card into your hand. If any of those cards that you spent have this little bribe symbol, those are means after you bought the card, any cards you have that symbol for bribery go back into your hand. So basically a little refund for having a person that's good at that. The next action you can take is build an annex, which uses these little mason symbols. If you're building an annex, you're taking it out of your hand and putting it in front of you, whereby the cost to do it is the lower left, same cost, and any mason symbols you use to pay that cost go back in your hand. You then get the ability in the lower right-hand corner of that card, and it gives you another place where you can bury bodies. So any card that has these little housing icons can be built as an annex. The police do not have a house icon, so you cannot use them to build an annex. The next possible action you can do is kill a guest. You can only kill guests from the inn, not from your hand. And again, the cost is that same number. Any person with a gun icon that you use to kill a guest goes back in your hand when you spend it. When you kill a guest, it would go basically in front of you, face down. And as another action later, you could, again, in this case, spend 3 cards to bury that guest. And it can only go under annexes. And the number of bodies that can be buried under each annex is the same number we've been looking at. If you notice, your player aid also has an annex. So you have 1 body can be buried under that particular annex. Now, if you bury a building in your own property, you get the money listed at the bottom. However, you can also bury it under another player's property if they have space, and then you split that value. The last action you can take. Oh, and this, by the way, this symbol is the bury bodies. So if you spend one that has this coffin symbol, you get it back in your hand with your buried bodies. But the last action you can take is launder money, because you can never hide more than 40 money in your inn. You do have to launder it to turn into checks. So any money not laundered that is gained beyond 40 is just immediately lost. If you take a launder money action, you can convert any number of points or money on this board into $10 checks. You can also do the reverse if you're desperate. Convert checks into points on the board. At the end of a round, after everybody's taken 2 actions, you would do the police investigation. If there is a police officer still in the inn, so anybody with the gun symbol, and anybody has a body that's not buried, they have to pay 10 money per body that's not buried, and they lose that body. That can be paid with points from the board or checks. Then you have to, all the travelers leave and pay if they're in a room that you own.
Mic off.
You get 1 coin for it being in the room.
Mic on.
And the last thing you have to do is pay wages. So for each card in your hand, you pay 1 money. You can never use checks to pay that wage. So if you do not have enough points on the board to pay for every card in your hand, you just lose cards equal to what you can't pay. The game goes until we've gone through this deck twice, and then we count up points. Points is how much money you have on the board, plus checks, and points from any cards. However, points from cards get scored on the board, so which you still cannot go above 40 on the board when you're scoring those. The last thing to talk about is peasants. So you start with 2 peasants in your hand. They're slightly different in that when you spend a peasant, instead of going into the discard, they specifically go onto this table. And later on, if somebody wants to take the bribe action, they can take peasants, and they can take 1 or 2 peasants for 1 bribe action. And you don't have to spend any cards for bribing peasants because they have a 0 value. That should cover everything. That was rather quick, so did you have any questions?
Nope. I guess, is there killing that you can only kill from your color or neutral, right?
You can kill from any room.
Okay.
The advantage, so it's kind of important to, when you're the one who decides where they go, is you generally want to get ones that people may not want to kill into your room so that they pay your rent. But that rent money is not generally a lot. So it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, how do we obviously can get more keys out there. I'm just trying to remember how that
There are some annex effects that allow you to get more keys out. And there are annex effects that will, like, allow you to have a room service, so you get paid for anybody that's in somebody else's room as well as yours.
That's right.
So you might want to just like take one as we draw. You might want to take a second just to read out what the various cards do. But honestly, the bulk of the points is generally from burying people or enticing people to bury in your property.
And the ability that's in the bottom right, you only get whenever you get if you build as an annex, like the bishop's ability specifically. Yeah.
So
And the
what
exit
I'm gonna
stack? What's the exit stack?
so exit stack will be just the discard that's gonna go over here.
Okay, so his
When
is
they
how many purple people don't get killed?
pretty much at the end of the game, what cards are still not yet dead or in somebody's hand.
Okay.
So we'll reshuffle this. We got to somehow decide who's first player. Is there a dice or something back
I
here?
mean, you could spawn the die.
It's true, but I don't have my menu up. I can just do this. Can I? No, that's
I
not
think
going
you
to work.
can
in
right
tabletop.
click and like create one. Yeah, I don't have permissions, or I think you can do it from the objects menu too.
Can I shuffle these? Actually, can I just shuffle these? What colors do we got? We got red, green, yellow.
Yep.
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, just
Not really.
you go, Nathan.
No. Well, yeah. Okay, I'll go first. Whatever. It doesn't matter a whole lot. Doesn't. There's not
Yeah.
really a huge player advantage. So, and I am. What color am I? I am green.
You are green.
Oh, a lot of newsboys. A lot of cheap. They're all cheapos to start with, except for the concierge. Okay, so I'm gonna go first then,
Yep.
and I guess I will take. Do I want a newsboy or I want cultivator? No, I think I'll take a newsboy. Okay.
All right, that make it you, Evan.
Yes.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Nathan. Do I want a newsboy or do I want the cultivator?
Yeah, the annex ability of the cultivator is really not great early on.
No, but I mean, you could use them to build later.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the other newsboy.
So I feel like I made a bad decision as far as where I put the concierge because I actually I want to take that concierge. So I get rid of 2 peasants and I spend the newsboy, but I get him back because he's good at bribery, and I get the concierge. So I am a good briber right now.
Yeah, that's right. If you use somebody for the thing that they're not good at, you lose them too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will take the cultivator.
Mm-hmm.
So he cost is 0, right?
Yes. Don't forget you have to pay for all the cards in your hand at the end of the round, and this is your last action for the round.
Yeah. How much do you have to? You have to pay per card in your hand.
1 coin.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot, but
Yeah, that's what I figure was if I do that, pay that, then I'll just have to do something next round. So
a lot of bribery going on, not much else.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to decide: is do I kill the novice, or do I hire him?
It costs nothing to either
Yeah.
kill or hire, so.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also, he's only $8 to kill. But that also kind of pits me, so I'm not in a bind like Evan's going to be.
Yep. You
And
can also take both of these peasants, but then you're gonna have to pay all your money.
yeah. You know what? I'll bribe him. Let's kind of go with that. We'll see how that works.
Okay, so that finishes the round. Uh, there are no police, and there's no dead body, so that doesn't matter. The travelers leave. There's none left. We just pay for our people in our hand. Our accomplices is. We don't need a yellow, or we don't
Yeah,
need
we
a
need
blue.
yellow.
We need a yellow.
Yep. Blue we don't need.
Okay, so next Evan would populate the board. So are we going to see some killing this round? Ooh, there's a couple police officers, so it might be hard to kill this round.
Why would it be hard to kill? I mean,
Yeah, because there's three police officers. If you don't have time to bury, it might be hard to actually kill because you would have to pay the fine to hire the gravedigger and lose the body.
I don't know, I mean, you kind of let's clear some money. I mean, they're $26. All right, well,
Okay.
you're first there, Evan.
I am first.
How many bodies can you have?
So
Unburied?
you start with, you can have any number of bodies, but you can only bury according to the number of each annex you own, and you start with
Okay.
one.
But you could have like 30 bodies piled up if you could somehow manage it.
Yeah. But you only have 2 actions per turn. It's like you can only bury 2 bodies per round, rather.
Yeah.
Which you can get yourself in a lot of trouble and kind of have a spiraling effect if you keep drawing police officers and keep having to like kill police officers just to keep from getting in trouble. Evan's definitely the more calculating murderer, not much for crimes of passion.
So for the mechanic, if I were to bribe that one, the cost would be 1 then, right?
Yes.
And then if I were to discard the peasants, I could discard the peasants to do that for the bribery.
Yeah, you can discard a peasant. And peasants, unlike all the other cards, go right here on this table. Okay, John.
So I got like 2 options, the way I see it.
You both have to be careful because you're not going to have much money to pay for cards in your hand unless you kill somebody and bury them, which Evan doesn't have time to do now.
Yep. Well,
You don't want to get cards out of your hand.
If Evan had killed a major, I then would have killed a major. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But since he didn't, I am going to kill this monk then instead and get me $12.
Well, you get $12 when you bury it,
Oh, when I bury him, yeah, that's fine.
which you do have time to do that.
Yep.
So,
I should have probably killed the guy instead of then taking him.
Yeah, probably. That's why I was surprised you did what you did.
okay, so I want to.
Yeah, well, I've never played, so
It's all right.
I played once. I don't even remember how many years ago.
I'm going to take the free police officer. Okay.
Interesting. So what happens other than having to pay the bribe?
You lose the body.
Well, you also lose the body. Yeah, I guess you also don't get the money. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Evan, you could exchange your $10 check for $10.
Yes, you do start with a $10 check too.
oh, I didn't even see that up there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not hosed.
No, no.
Or you
But
can
you-
just get an expensive card.
Yeah.
Well, even then, yeah, you.
Yeah. You could only afford to pay one. in
Yeah, the only
hand.
option I have is to
Well,
do that.
you could get an expensive card and then just lose a peasant or something. Oh, you don't have a peasant.
But if I do that, I'm gonna lose out on the cards that I want to keep. So it's
So you did your 10, convert it into. Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna play him, and to bury this body over here.
That was for 12.
Yep.
Yes, 12. So right, it's 12. It's up to 13. So now you don't have anywhere else to bury, but you can still bury in other people's properties as long as they're free. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping that Evan might do something like take one of the majors, rather. But that's all right. What I'm going to do, play all 3 cards to get a major. No, I don't want to get a major. I'll get the bishop. Then I just lose the police officer. I'm not sure that made sense, but that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and whenever you build an annex, you're building it from the cards that are in your hand, right? Not from out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have done that instead, probably, but oh well. Okay, so that's it for the round. No bodies for the police investigators to go after. The guys pay rent, so I get a rent.
Wait, that's
And
the
then
draw.
we pay.
They go over here, don't they?
Oops,
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, yes, you're right. Then pay for the cards in your hand. And John gets to bring out the cards.
All right, let's see.
This is a dark theme, but it's really more like a action optimization game.
All right.
get very few
Throw
actions.
There. And we'll throw him there. We'll throw him up here. We'll throw him over here. And he can go down here. And he can go over here. Ooh. All right.
Okay.
And I'm first, huh? Ooh. All right. Well, I think I'm going to bribe, and I'm going to pay all 3 to get this guy. So this one goes back to my hand, and this goes here, and he goes over here. I have no idea if spending him was a good idea, but that's what I did.
Okay. I am going to spend this newsboy to kill the Viscount.
Okay. I'm going to kill this concierge. By spending these 2.
All right.
And at this point, if we don't bury it, it's no big deal, right? Because there's no cops or anything. If we
Correct.
happen to not.
You just got to be careful not to have so many bodies that you're going to have trouble burying them next round.
All right. So I feel like hiring, but who do I hire? I was thinking about hiring the mechanic. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to hire the mechanic. So, yeah.
Okay. I am just going to bury this body, which I spend this guy and get him back. Okay. I get 12 points.
Okay, I'm going to build an annex. I'm going to do that one. There.
Okay. So, no police to bug us about bodies. We get rent, so I get 1 money, and then we pay for our people, so I lose 2 money. And these guys go away.
And I lose 3. Yeah, I get 3 guys.
No. Interesting. Okay, so I am going to I could do that and but instead I think I'm gonna I'll take two peasants.
I'm also going to take two peasants.
You guys are just basic. I'm going to play both of these, take them back to my hand, and bring the distiller into my hand.
I am gonna spend all these to build an annex.
All right, I'm going to bury this one.
So Evan gets 12 points, and Evan is yellow.
I think you should have just
Yeah.
left him there. Nothing bad would happen.
Yeah. And then that cost me two.
Was it 12 or oh, it's 18? So I need to give you 6 more.
All right.
And John's last action for the current round.
I'm playing the distiller to build an annex.
Okay. So everybody gets 1 money for rent and then pays for the cards in your hand. Oh, whoops, I moved the wrong person. Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking I'm red.
Yeah, I don't know. I was the last one to pick color, so it's like you have no excuse.
Well, I picked green just to be better for the camera.
Not specifically to mess with Evan, because he's usually green.
No, not at all.
I mean, that's why I would
Just
do
make.
it.
I just wanted to make him green with envy. Okay. Yeah. So these guys go away, and Evan gets to put out the next batch.
So what you
I'm
doing?
going to take two peasants.
Basic. See, you need to go be making the big plays. I'm gonna play both of these guys to build an annex. Says I get a discount of 1. He goes over here, and he goes back.
Hmm. I'm just gonna kill the freebie. Oh, I didn't read my ability. I should have immediately gained 4 francs when I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Same
only
here.
read the second half. Oh, Evan can build annexes cheaper, and so can John.
Yep.
I'm going to bribe this abbot up here.
Okay.
Man, it's a tough call here. Like, I don't really want to go and hire 2 peasants just to have to immediately pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
So... yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill this freebie.
So a basic move.
Yeah, I did a basic move. I don't like it.
Oh, and that's the end of the round, right? Evan was the starter.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, we could pass this around to
Yeah.
keep track of who's the first. So we get our rent. So I get $1 and pay for cards in your hand. And then John gets to set up the next batch. Welcome the next batch of unlucky patrons.
I don't know. They could be lucky. I mean, you know, this is a fancy, schwanky hotel. I mean, the rooms are always full. I mean, what more could they want? Man, I kind of want to kill somebody. But I kind of don't. I mean, I got all this berry in this space here.
Oh yeah,
But, I mean, we all got berry in space, it looks like.
Evan doesn't have a lot, but he has some.
Well, I didn't say we all had a lot of bearing space, just that we all had some. All right. I'm going to bribe this representative here. Is that what I want to do? No, that's not what I want to do. What am I thinking? I ain't thinking. That's the problem.
You took a peasant? Oh, no, you
Yeah, I just returned my
just
peasant
took back
back.
the one
Yeah,
you spent.
yeah, because I was like, wait, I don't want to hire him. I was thinking it's like, oh yeah, then I'll go and build his annex. I'm like, no, I don't want his annex. What do I want that for? Instead, do I hire the peacekeeper for cheap? Yeah, let's hire the peacekeeper for cheap.
That was what I was going to do. So in that case, I basically can take 2 peasants then.
Basic.
I will hire the representative.
Alright, I'm going to do 2 here, and I'm going to kill myself a count.
Mm-hmm. I'm also doing the same thing. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. I am also killing a count.
Alright. Evan?
I'm going to build that. So since I have to pay 1 less to build, I don't have to pay anything for them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I almost did that, but I was like, wait, what am I doing that for? That seems silly.
Okay, so gather your rent and then pay for your accomplices. These go away. And it's my turn to.
Oh, nope, not there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. I will take 2 peasants. Evan?
I'm thinking.
Think. I just can't help but to think of the Blue's Clues song.
It's taking peasants.
How so very basic. Alright, well, I'm going to spend a peasant to hire myself a guy.
In that case, I want to do that. What is the risk level if I do that? He's going to get shuffled back in, so it's fairly high. Probably the safer thing to do.
Is to kill a guy?
I'm debating killing. I can either kill or bury.
Wait, didn't you already go twice? Like, you were first this round.
There's only first action.
Oh, it was first. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was second action. But yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's my first action, yeah.
Oh.
I want to kill or bury, kill or bury. I will bear. I'll kill, actually. I'll kill the freebie. Taking a risk.
I'm gonna.
I was going to kill him.
Take the Duke.
I was going to murder that guy.
It's a good thing I saved his life.
Well, I'm going to murder a guy. All right. That's it then,
Okay.
right? So I get 1 rent. Spend 3. I'm living life on the edge.
Oh, he's going first. Okay. Yeah, get it.
And all right.
Okay. No.
This is we're now on the probably kind of past the halfway point now, right? Because
That is the halfway point, so we just go through this. We're actually past halfway because there's a smaller deck now.
yep.
There's a slightly longer game. I do kind of like this longer game more, but for first play and for streaming purposes, the shorter game is probably better.
Yeah, I can't remember what was the difference with the longer game.
Just more cards to go through.
That's right.
Okay, so Evan did his thing, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I am getting. Things are getting.
Ooh, I made a small mistake. Possibly.
All right. Well, I'm going to bury this person here. It's going to give me $12.
Okay. I am burying this person. There's 2 bodies there. Snapping isn't great for this mod, but oh well.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's not the easiest to do.
2. So I am maxed out.
I'm going to build that.
That's what those 2. Ah!
Ah,
I was really hoping to not see 3 people pop out here. Or 2 police officers to pop out.
Yep, you can take one.
I can't. I still got a body, so.
Well,
My turn then?
I mean, these
maybe
are
somebody
your.
else will take the other one.
You guys are the ones that are killing people, so that's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I gained 4 francs.
Alright, well, I am then discarding both of those. And I am burying this guy here. Look, if somebody would have, done something about one of those two guys there, I would have done the other one. But nope. So it's 18.
If you'd done one of them, I would have done the other.
33. I had no way to be able to know for sure on that. I couldn't take that risk. I mean, I wouldn't. Well, I guess you do have somebody. No, yours is a cheap berry. Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Yes, but I maxed out on points.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you would have been incentivized, I guess. Oh well.
So here's the question. Do I let this body go and lose the 10 points? Or bury it and just lose the 8 points? So either way, it doesn't make too much difference.
You know what? I like the fact that I basically unintentionally hosed you.
I will... take this police officer.
Yep. I could have killed off the police officer and then. Yep. Yeah, if also not for the fact that I was at $3, I actually would have gone for the crazier play, which was hire on the cheap one and then kill off the bigger one. But
Yep.
Alright, that's everybody then. Yep. End of the round.
Okay, so this body, I have to pay to bury it. It goes out of the game.
And you get a dollar back from income for your room.
Yeah, and then I pay one for the guy that I have in my hand.
Yep.
My compasses.
I ain't got nobody that I have to pay. All my accomplices are dead.
My first now?
I'm
Okay.
first now. He just moved that to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't placed
Okay.
out. Alright. We'll throw him there, I guess. Yeah. And, yeah, we'll throw him over here. Throw him there. Throw him there. We'll throw him there. And him there. Alright, so I can't... So, what happens if you can't fill up all the rooms? Is it immediately end then? Or is it you then play that round, like shuffle a third time kind of thing?
No, you play that round with only partial rooms filled.
Oh, okay. And oh wait, I'm first. I was like, why isn't
Yes.
anybody doing anything? It's like, oh, it's because I'm supposed to do something. Herf blurf. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna hire 2 peasants. Yeah, that's right.
Boring.
Yep.
I'm
Well-
also taking 2 peasants.
I ain't got any cards in my hand. I can't do anything other than taking peasants.
Well, I'm going to take 2 peasants also.
Boring. Alright, I'm gonna kill this abbot. He had it coming, trust me.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh wait. Oh no, yeah, I forgot there's an officer out there. Never mind, I'm killing the officer.
Nathan, you should have said anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that was
should
like,
not have said anything.
I was like, oh yeah, wait, no,
But
yeah. What was I thinking?
it actually ends up being into my benefit because I am going to instead kill this gardener,
Mm,
which is worth more points. I get that back.
yep.
Now burying him might be another matter.
Yeah. That's why I was only going for a tour.
Well, I'm gonna do a John play. I'm gonna kill the abbot.
I'm okay with this. I can get behind that.
Oh, I forgot again. I need to launder some money.
Yep.
Oh, there's no cops out there, so you're fine.
True.
All right.
Now,
Everybody
when you
done?
launder money, can you only do 10 at a time? Or can you
Nope.
do 20 or 30?
You can do as much as you want.
Well, it has to
Okay.
be a multiple of 10, doesn't it?
Yes.
Not that I'm in a financial shape to actually launder money, but just out of curiosity.
You can launder some money.
Did everybody take 2 actions?
Yeah. Because I was first, and he killed on his second action. So, yep, we're good.
I break even. And I am first this time. Oh, I'm happy with that. Well, my first action is going to be launder money. Do I want to do all of it, though?
How much did you have?
I had 30.
Oh. Yeah, that's a tough call there. You're not going to have...
Yeah. Yeah, hmm. It is a tough call. Well, I'll play it safe. I'll do 20 money.
Evan? Yeah, I can't remember also with the longer game. Was there more different characters? Or is it just
Nope.
more of the same characters? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, just same deck, randomly deal out a certain number of cards. So there's a chance there's certain characters you might not see, but
I'm gonna hire this monk.
I'm going to hire this novice.
I will also take a novice.
What?
I hire this newsboy.
I'm going to launder money.
Okay. And now this goes to Evan, but not in your hand. Okay. I see lots of bodies.
Gotta hire this monk.
I'm going to hire a couple peasants. Pull myself a basic move.
I will also hire a couple peasants.
I will bury my corpse. I got 2 monks.
Okay.
And I will
That's
reveal
18.
novice and a peasant to bury my corpse. And that gets me 18. 22.
Novice and 2 peasants to bury my corpse, which gives me 26. Which means this building's full. 35. Okay.
All right, that's that round then. All right, yeah.
Yes. So
Wait, I think I messed up on doing this here. My first kill, I put it under
Oh,
here, which I shouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, you should because
Is that
that's
fine?
yeah, that's a 1. Take a look at it. Everybody
Yeah, but-
starts with 1 place.
But isn't the value of the corpse?
Number
doesn't
of
matter
No,
the
okay.
value of the corpse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's
Well, that doesn't
quantity.
matter.
Yeah.
Quantity. Okay.
Yeah, there's a number of corpses you can put under there.
Not value. Okay.
Not about this. So I go back 1. And all these guys go away. Everybody get their rent.
Nope. Yeah, also some of the people aren't as useful unless you're in a long game, like the flipping one of these keys over to your color. Because in a long game, that that's at least viable, for some extra income. All right, so we got just 1 guy left, huh?
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. This is a short game. All right, we got 1 abbot here.
Just a key. I think at the end of the game, if you have an unburied body, you do still lose. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I was thinking that like each player. Yeah, I have it on the rules on that part here. For each player with at least 1 unburied corpse must call upon the village gravedigger. Each player pays 10 francs for each unburied corpse, and then returns them to the box. And then everybody advances their disc for each rank 3 building that they have. The richest player wins the game. Yeah, so are the people in your hand worth any points at the end of the game?
No.
I don't think so.
So it's a little awkward with just the 1 card.
Yep, but yeah. If only I could almost do something with him. But my last turns are not going to be very exciting. So I'm going to build an annex. And I get
1 point.
1 point. It's at least a point.
I'm going to do something weird. I don't want this card, but I'm taking it anyways. Because this guy gives me more points for being in the exit deck than he does in my hand. Or playing him. and also means less things you guys can do.
Um, we can't go past the 40 even in the end scoring, right? So we have to launder out before.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll launder 30.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right. And I'm going to launder 20.
And I'm going to launder 30. Okay.
Well, then my last thing, I will build that annex and get 2.
Yep.
Ha!
That's one more than I got for mine.
So we got no unburied bodies.
Yep.
And then we just add endgame scoring. That should be it. So let's do our endgame scoring. I have to find out how many purple are in there.
Yep. I'm doing that now.
What color do you care about? Blue, right?
Yep.
I need green.
Yep. I was just going to sort these all out, and then you can just... Oops. Nobody cares about red, right?
Nope.
Nope.
For some reason, those aren't stacking. I was going to like make them so a deck so you can just mouse over them and find out how many are there.
So 2 purple, 3 green, 5 blue.
Yeah.
All right.
That's 15.
I was trying to make sure all the purple survived.
Oh, I was trying to make sure the purple died.
Well, I'm holding 2 of them, so that didn't help you.
Yeah, so I get 8.
I get 12.
And then I'm holding on
Well, I
to
got-
6 laundered ones.
I got 72.
I got 79.
I got 52.
Okay, so that is the game. I suppose we should have mentioned that it's just about Halloween, and that's why we're playing this game. But
Hey, I think people might get the context clues.
yeah,
Especially since this will drop right before for Halloween, so I think, doesn't it? Possibly, maybe.
yeah, but somebody might be
No, just after.
might be watching this in January 2041 and not realize.
That is totally true. Yes.
Well, it's October right now when we're playing. That's just so you know. Future you.
So, what do you all think of this game?
You know what? It's been a while since I played it, and yeah, I don't think the long game is really that much longer. In all honesty, and yeah, I
Not a
mean,
whole lot.
yeah, it's definitely it's pretty easy to pick up. I mean, I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. You definitely have the problem of inopportune first move or two screws you for a little while, which
Yeah.
going into a game blind is hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's I think just a general optimized move kind of game though. It's just
Yes.
the nature of it. But other than that, I mean, it's a fine game.
It's the limited action really makes it very important. The timing of your actions.
Yeah.
I like the theme. It sort of comes across. It does have a bit of stress, and because of the limited actions, in my opinion. Which, yeah, and a good form of stress, though.
Now looking at it with the short game or long game, because it pulls out cards, it makes some cards feel completely not usable. Like some of the the room service cards, or
Well, the room
Even
service is actually a lot better than a reads because you could put it onto anyone's room. So I could go and throw this onto, your room. So if you go and throw a 3 in here, I get $3 for a 3 being in there.
I
You know what? Maybe
guess
were we doing rent wrong?
I don't think so. I think it's just
Travelers leave.
money, no matter what the value of the guest is. But I can
Each
double check.
player gains.
but
Oh yeah, it is just one per. Yeah, it's just the room service
the
is
harder-
the one that gives you more.
well, the other point I was going to make was like some of the reduced cost for ones, depending on what's out there, and you're gambling on some of the stuff, and you don't know what's being pulled out, and
Yeah.
that kind of makes it a little bit harder. But I mean, that's the random element of the game too. So
Well, in the short game, there's definitely more of a focus on killing. The longer,
Yeah.
slightly longer game actually makes a difference, and you could actually use the strategy of just building as much as you can and let other people kill and have to fill your area.
Yeah. I mean, like, take a look here. Like, we got a few of them that we didn't even see. Like, the brewer here. You can bribe up to 4 peasants in one bribe action. So there's definitely a lot
Yep.
more.
Oh yeah, there's some interesting ones.
Yeah. We just didn't see them because they were the ones that were, removed. Here we go. Here's another. The Butcher. You can now kill as many travelers as you want in one kill a guest action.
Yeah, and there's a tricky thing with that building thing is because you're not scoring points until often you sometimes have a lot of end game points, but people don't see that, so people think you're way behind, so they don't mind helping you by bearing in your area.
Yeah. Yeah, like basically,
Yeah.
if we were playing a long game, you'd be sitting pretty good right now.
Yes.
Because, like, we would probably
Yeah,
just be finishing the first go through the deck. Yeah.
yeah, and the scoring points at the end, that is a rougher one too with a shorter game because you don't know what's pulled out. So you're like, I think there's 3 in there, and there might only be 1, or I'm pretty sure there was 6, but oh no, there's 2.
Well, I mean, we also did kill off a few. I mean, there was the one round we both killed off a green. I remember.
Oh yeah, no, but like it looked like Nathan only had like 3 purples, and there was a whole bunch of blues left. But I think
Well, yeah, I mean, I intentionally took a purple out so I could then build him. Yeah, I mean, I was.
Yeah. And I was trying to kill green and blue because I knew you guys are collecting them, but I didn't end up killing that much.
yeah,
Yeah, here we go. Here's another. The Priest. From now on, you're not required to discard accomplices of other types when you use them for bury a corpse action. So that's pretty nice.
On the whole, this is a game that I do enjoy, but I'm probably only going to play it like once a year around Halloween.
Yeah, it's not I play every week kind of thing, but yeah, it's definitely something that if like somebody brought it to the table and they're like, "Hey, do you want to play it?" I'll be like, "Sure."
Well, I suppose we should wrap up. Tell everybody, hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. Don't get murdered.
And have a happy Halloween, or I hope you had a happy Halloween.
And join us again.